Here we see the punt kick being performed by an elite player. Note the position of the head, hands and feet. Now let's look at each of the key teaching points for the punt kick. Hold the ball firmly with both hands. Head down, eyes on the ball. Release the ball into the hand at the kicking side and extend the opposite arm away from the body to aid balance. Step forward with the non-kicking foot. Extend the wrist and drop the ball onto the kicking foot. Kick the ball with the instep, that is, the laced part of the boot. Keep the toes pointed. Follow through in the direction of the target. This is a basic drill to practice the punt kick technique. Divide the group into pairs, 1 football per pair. Mark out a channel for each pair through which the ball must pass. Beginning approximately 10 metres apart, each player in turn punt kicks the ball to their partner. As the players become more competent, increase the distance the players are required to kick the ball. Encourage the players to practice punt kicking with both left and right feet. This is an intermediate drill to practice the punt kick technique. Mark out 4 cones in a line, each approximately 20 metres apart. 1 player is positioned at each cone. The ball is punt kicked from player to player, over and back across the line. Initially, the kicker kicks from a stationary position to the receiver who is moving towards the ball. Adapt the drill by requiring the kicker to pass the ball while moving. After a set period of time, rotate the outside players with the inside players. To increase the difficulty of the drill further, introduce an opponent for each player to provide token opposition. This is an intermediate drill to practice the punt kick technique, which requires the players to adjust their position to face the target player before passing the ball. Mark out a grid approximately 15 to 20 metres square using cones. Position 2 players at each cone. The ball is passed along a length of the grid and then across a diagonal from player to player. Each player follows their pass to the end of the opposite line. The drill should be conducted in both directions, with the players practicing off both right and left legs and varying the height and weight of the pass. This is an intermediate drill to practice the punt kick technique, which requires the players to adjust their position to face the target player before passing the ball. Mark out a grid approximately 15 to 20 metres square using cones. Position 2 players at each of 3 cones, with 1 player at the 4th cone. Another player is positioned at a central marker. 2 balls are used, beginning diagonally apart. The central player receives a pass from one of the outer players and turns and passes it to the next player before receiving the next ball and passing it on again. The central player rotates after each circuit of passes. Change the direction of the movement after a set time, with players practicing off both right and left legs and varying the height and weight of the pass. This is an intermediate drill to practice the punt kick technique. Mark out a grid approximately 20 metres by 20 metres. Two players must move and punt kick the ball to each other within the confines of the grid. As the receiver moves around the grid, the kicker must turn to face the receiver each time in order to punt kick the ball correctly. This drill can incorporate kicking from a stationary position, kicking while moving, and kicking to a receiver who is stationary or moving. The drill may also be organised with 3 or more players by increasing the size of the grid. This advanced drill to practice the punt kick technique requires the kicker to focus on the weight and accuracy of their pass. Mark out a grid approximately 30 metres by 30 metres. The players work in 2 pairs with 1 ball. The player in possession must kick to their partner in the opposite pair. The second player in the opposite pair provides token opposition. On receiving the pass, the ball is transferred to the other player in the pair, who in turn punt kicks back to their partner. Encourage the receiver to move into different positions to take each pass. After a set time, reverse the roles of kicker and receiver in each pair. To increase the difficulty of the drill, the opponent may provide full opposition to the receiver. This is a gameplay drill to develop the punt kick technique, which requires the players to pass the ball to a moving target. Mark an attacking zone between the goal and the 13-metre line. Place a cone approximately 25, 35 and 45 metres from goal. Player A at the 45-metre line kick passes the ball for player B at the 25-metre line to attack and receive, before turning around the 35-metre cone and punt kicking a pass to player C in the attacking zone. Player B should turn to the right and left around the 35-metre cone, alternately passing with the right and left leg as appropriate. Player C should make a run within the attacking zone and call for the ball. To progress the drill, include a defending player to shadow player C, increasing the difficulty of making a successful pass. This is a modified game to develop the punt kick technique. Mark out a playing area suitable to the numbers and ability of the players. Using portable goalposts, cones or poles, mark a goal on each side of the playing area. Divide the players into equal teams. Possession is retained using the punt kick, hand or fist pass. Each team scores into 2 goals, ensuring the play is varied and distributed throughout the playing area. This also gives an advantage to the team in possession, as players will find it easier to create space. Lifting the head too early is a common error when learning the punt kick. This can lead to miskicking the ball and sending the ball in the wrong direction. To correct this error, encourage the player to continue to keep the head down, focusing on the point of impact until the follow-through is complete. Dropping the ball from the opposite hand to the kicking foot is another common error when performing the punt kick. This can lead to the player kicking the ball with the inside of the foot and misdirecting the pass or shot. To correct this error, ensure the player drops the ball from the hand at the kicking side and extends the opposite arm away from the body to aid balance. Not keeping the toes pointed and not following through in the direction of the target is a common error when performing the punt kick. To correct this error, keep the toes pointed throughout the kick, following through in the direction of the target.